Hello guys, this is General Wage Quit with another League of Legends video, and this time I'm playing Volibear jungle, and as the title says, it's gonna be a really nice game. So, yeah, it's like I was playing with some friends, and I was like, let's go play Volibear, because I had like a Volibear like yesterday or something in my game, and I thought like, hey, I used to like it, love playing it in the jungle, so I'm gonna play it again. And like the Sanook's perfect for Volibear jungle. That gives you that health that you need for the natural bulk. And it increases your health on like by percentage, which is amazing because you're mostly gonna build health items. It's like unless you have like a super fat AD carry where you will build like a Tormill or something. Most other items have like health on them anyway, so. It's like here I'm looking at like Azrael's item and he gets like a cull first, and I'm like, please. It's like, why would you get a cull on Azrael? Doesn't really give you that much. So yeah, Volibear is like, in my opinion, a really dangerous character in the game. It's like he's really dangerous. Like his burst damage combined with his tankiness on squishies is so damn strong. It's like, sure, against tank you're not really that effective. It's like if you go up against the other tank, it's gonna be wet noodle fights because you don't really build anything offensively. But against squishies who don't build defensively, you can still do quite a lot of damage and be super tanky to them, which is really nice. So yeah, it's pretty much, in my opinion, it's like against other tanks is wet noodle, but against squishies is like so much power, so much like catch potential as well. You just run straight at them. Then you like lift them over your head into your team, and then they just get blown up in general. So my build, like I start with my W for the nom and the attack speed buff. Then I get my E for the fear. I proc my passive. So I just go on to the. It's like normally I would like to go back to get my hunter poison, but this time I'm like, okay, my passive proc, so I'm gonna go for the Rapid now. It's like might as well use it because otherwise it would be a bit of a waste going back. So Poppy gets first blood. Tryndamere. So what's so interesting is like Tryndamere in the early games, like they're always so. It's like if they don't get going, then you're just gonna have a horrible game because the only thing that Tryndamere is gonna do is gonna stay in the top lane. Which, spoiler alert, is gonna happen in this game. It's like the Tryndamere is just gonna stay top the entire game. It's so fucking annoying. It's like there's no other words for it. It makes me so annoyed at the game. So here I come in for a gank because he's so overextended and he probably doesn't have anything in terms of mobility anymore. Nice stun. He spins back in, kills Poppy, but then I just pick up the free kill. And I thought I saw a crit animation go off, but I'm not really sure. I think that is just a crit animation, the overhead smash. And instantly like this Tryndamere starts being salty. And like apparently I'm camping top. It's like the thing is like if you say this like, oh, I'm being camped top, like after you've been killed once. Just because it's like just because you've been ganked once in form, like just before the 4-minute mark when the jungler just clear both buffs, and then just like you're like standing practically in the enemy's tower, and then the jungler's always gonna come past you and like kill you. Like what do you expect? Well, at least on this side then, because most like you know that the Volibear is gonna start at blue and then gonna go to red. It's like you can expect it. It's like that you don't play safe. It's not my problem as a jungler. It's like I just pick up the free kill. So yeah, so I'm like, hey, I got enough health anyway, let's just get some more camps. Just keep clearing everything. Get the jungle empty. And get all that fat XP and the gold in my belly. So that's it's like as always. It's like what I always do when I play jungle. I always start looking at my have a minimap, so therefore I saw that top layer was being ganked. Which was unfortunate. And I opted for taking the blue smite. Because I want to get use that to catch people. And yeah, buy the Pathfinder point, and yeah, I think about buying Hunter's Potion, but I'm like, not now anymore. So I don't know why, it's like I don't like to buy it anymore. Decided not to. So Ramus gets 2 successful ganks, 1 top, 1 mid. And I was like, no, I'm being out-jungled. Now I need to compensate. So now I'm just gonna go for the Tryndamere. Bot lane is being killed, most likely, yep. See that he has a ward there because there's no way he would move away otherwise. It's like he randomly walks away. Let's keep that far up. Yeah, and I max my W first. So I like to get that burst damage going on the W. Then nom. So I want to gang top. So I'm gonna go top. Poppy's walking towards me. Because Poppy sees me coming. Just go in, smite him, hoist him, he flashes. Get my W up. And he dies from the basic attack before I use my W. I like it, that's the problem with Tryndamere. It's like I could have popped my W like earlier, but I didn't know when his ultimate would end. So I had to wait, so I waited a little bit and my basic attack got the kill. So yeah, another kill on Tryndamere. It's like, surely now I'm camping him. But then again, it's a Tryndamere who's being salty as fuck, so it's like, you know what's happening to people who are super salty, it's like you make them more salty, essentially. And here I muted him because I knew that he was going to be salty the entire game, and I did not really want to read that all the time. Second, the people I was playing with, they were like, yeah, he's super salty the entire game. And I'm like, it's just annoying to be salty all the time. It's like, why would you annoy us with being salty? Just be quiet and just play the game. It's like when I get behind. It's like, and sure, it's like no problem to like say your frustrations once, but like to spend the entire game doing shit. Oh, and yeah, nice Azir, like Ramus ganks Azir, but then Azir knocks him into the tower and kills him with the ultimate. So here, Caitlyn walks straight into the ult. We'll go on him. I know that he has almost nothing up. Nothing's significant. Well, he actually has his flash, but I thought he had nothing up, but he has his flash up. So just keep chasing. I still have my passive, so I know I can tower dive. Sona gets the kill, and this is where my passive comes in. So I do have to say is like this game, I had a few moments where like this where I sort of lucked out because it's like, yeah. It's like it just fit, you know what I mean? Like it was just the right amount of damage. That's why when Sona like apologized, I'm like no. It's like on the instant I'm like, dude, if he probably wouldn't have killed, I probably would have had to stay a bit longer and then die to the tower. So it's a-okay. Ultimately, I don't really care about losing kills to the support or anyone else at this point in time because I just want my lanes to get fed. So as I talked about like in my Skarner video, it's like it's good to have power in lanes because otherwise it's just on you, and like if it is on you all the time, then you really need to step up to the game to carry your team to a victory. And actually, since I'm on Volibear now, I can actually do that. But yeah, here I built mobility boots, which I normally don't do. But I built mobility boost this time because all the lanes needed help. Top lane needed help against Tryndamere because Tryndamere was annoying. Mid lane was losing, and bot lane wasn't going that great either. I was also on the losing side. It's like with 3-1 Ezreal, 0-2 Caitlyn, so it's like I felt like I needed mobility boots to catch on to people. And well, not not so much only catch on to you, but also like get between lanes quick, because I need to be everywhere at the same time, essentially. So now I'm looking for a gank on top. I was actually looking for Tryndamere again, but Poppy popped the ultimate. Have a look here if there's any pink ward there. Since there's not, I stay still for some reason. And I'm looking around on the map. Absolutely nothing standing still. Then Tryndamere comes back again, so I'm like, hey Tryndamere, you want to kill the Poopy? And then I see Rammus, which really weirdly flashes. So I'm there, hoist Rammus into the tower. He gets away. He dies from, I think, red buff and minions. I flash on him because I know he has no flash. Then I just like slow him with my E. This is what I mean, like, I guess tanks don't do that much damage in relative, but I get relatively, but I get the kill again with my nom. Nice armadillo for breakfast. And yeah, Azir tries to juke, but sadly it didn't work out. It's like shit happens, especially when LeBlanc gets fed. So now I just go in. I'm actually surprised that the range is so long on that bind. It's a bit annoying. Still get like amazed by it every single time I play against LeBlanc that the bind is so long. So obviously back to keeping that farm up. Since I have the blue smite now, it's like I don't really want to smite buff per se unless I feel that it is needed. Or I see that I have 2 stacks. Because I want to keep that smite for ganks. Catch on to people. And yeah, I'm just like, hey, double burn because of the Gromp plus Sin Milk. So that's nice. I'm talking to Rammus about how I could catch him. Poppy tower dives Tryndamere, which I love. It's like I'm really not a fan of Tryndamere's. Tryndamere in general. It's like when I just started playing League, it was like he was like one of the top laners that we played all the time. And like my friends were like, oh, I need to figure out how to counter Tryndamere. So it's like to this day, like the only counter that I've ever found, you just keep fucking him up. It's like you literally don't. It's like he will just keep on pushing like an idiot all the time because he can push so safe. It's like you just sit there in the lane and just push away, and then when people get close, you just ult and you win the slash away, and then you're like, ha ha ha, come and chase me. So that's really frustrating. Yeah, Azir. It's like I really want to help Azir, but I don't know. It's like I'm so unable to catch a LeBlanc that I rather focus on the other lanes and then like hope that I can like outfight the LeBlanc damage later, which will also result in me itemizing against her as well later. So now I see that the bot lane shit's going down, so I'm gonna go bot and help. Just a coincidence that I'm there, by the way. It's like I wasn't really planning on ganking. So get Lee Sin, Ezreal, free kill, and then I just walk away. Now I'm gonna take the dragon. I know that there's not really anyone who can contest me, especially with all those people in the top lane. Azir gets the return kill, and Tryndamere dies. So here I'm trying to run away. And since the dragon does so much damage on me, I almost die. I almost died to dragon, but LeBlanc has no damage after his spells were gone. So I managed to get out. And this is one of those episodes I shouldn't be alive, and here unfortunately Caitlyn dies for my sins because Blitzcrank comes in, which makes LeBlanc turn around as well. So yeah. Thank you for the sacrifice, Caitlyn. You died for my sins. It was just unlucky from my part as well. It's like I got hit by the dragon so much that that dragon chunked my HP like crazy, and then LeBlanc just did the last few pushes to me, killing me almost. But I managed to live because of my passive. And that's so amazing about Volibear. It's like that passive keeps you alive so much. It's like I love it. So Zia is actually coming back into the game now. Doesn't need my help that much anymore. Obviously for a kill, but so I'm gonna try and make that happen now that LeBlanc is low. Zipping it out. She leaps away. I smite her. But then she does this. She blows him up with the Q and her ultimate Q, I think. And I try to catch her. And this is exactly what I was so worried about, like with ganking before. That she just walks away from me like that. Like just jukes me like crazy. Like I can't really do anything about it, because in that sense Volibear is a very one-dimensional character, and when it comes to engage you run at people. That's the only thing you can do. So you're really predictable. You don't leap, you don't blink, you don't do anything like that, so you're very predictable in the sense that you just run really fast at someone. And when you have a champion like LeBlanc who can jump around like that, you can really easily juke a Volibear. And I see that Sona's having problems with Blitzcrank, so I'm like, oh, so you want to have a go, mate? So I'm probably gonna go there now. First clear out some more camp, so get all that juicy XP. And here I can see the fights going on. Zia just ignores Blitzcrank completely, jumps over the wall, starts attacking him. See the teleport incoming. I run towards the person who's teleporting. It's actually Rammus, which I didn't expect. So now it's a really messy fight. I just go with what's near me now. It's like there's nothing, no one I really need to protect, because he was going really deep and like destroying everything. Sona actually managed to kill LeBlanc, who got too close to her. Dies as well from the ignite. It's like at that moment, it's like my Caitlyn was already dead. And like I don't really... Yeah, it's like, to be honest, I didn't really care about Sona because Sona is a support. And since Azir was like running away like crazy, I was just killing whatever was near me. It's like Azir was already going ham, so and it's like I couldn't catch up to him. So then what rests is to kill everything that's close to you, essentially. It's like I would like to say that I was trying to keep the Rammus off of Azir, but no, I was just killing him because he was the only thing I could kill. It's like the side effect of that being that he couldn't chase the Azir. But that was not the main idea. It's just like, fuck you. I can't kill anything, so I'm just gonna kill you now. So here I'm like, let's go get that Dutchman. And then I want to go for my Age of the Legion. Because I want to make my team a little bit more tanky as well. So like, I really like the Age of the Legion and the Locket of the Iron Solari. It's like it gives your people around you a bit more tankiness. And which can mean for them the difference between like dying or staying alive. So Poppy kills Tryndamere again. Poppy's doing amazing, but then LeBlanc is probably gonna pick the kill up now. Yep. The long range bind. I think they narrowed it last time when they changed the ability. It's like, in my opinion, it can be a bit shorter. So here, Azir's getting ganked. LeBlanc is incoming, but she's never gonna be there in time. Unless she starts popping abilities to get into range. Which she doesn't. So since there's nowhere for me to gank, I'm just gonna go back to farming. It's like Azir didn't really ask for the blue buff, so I'm just gonna take it myself all the time. Mostly for the XP than anything else. So after killing that blue buff, I see that the bottom lane is pushed up. So I'm gonna go the long way. But first, I see the pinkies. I'm gonna destroy that one. Same here, like LeBlanc, come at me, bro. And actually, that range there is so long. Then I'm like, okay, fuck you. I'm gonna go back on her. No more. Makes her proper passive. Botlane is incoming as well. Yeah, I still get. It's like the snare range is so long. It's like I think it's a bit too long. She loses her thing. I just walk away to give the kill to someone there. It's like I didn't want it at that point. It's like I'm already 605 at that point, so I don't need more kills. My lanes need more kills. But else you're gonna have that. You're gonna fall into the trap of like, oh, look at all the kills I have, and then your team is like, but look at all the kills we don't have. It's probably because there's ham on. on turned Nox back away, Nox Rams away, and then just finish off Tryndamere, which in my opinion was an amazing play. So I'm just moving there to see if we can force the kill on Rams as well. But he saw me, so that means that I'm just gonna go into his jungle and see if I can steal something there. Which I sadly can't. So that means that I go back to my own jungle. To this point it's kind of frustrating because we're not, it's like we're sort of winning, but we're never pushing nothing. Or at least in my opinion we're sort of winning. It's like we're still kind of equal in score, but it's like I'm feeling pretty much like we're winning here at the moment, to be honest. That's mostly because I'm 6 for 6. So then you obviously feel super powerful. But as you can see, it's like I would normally build a Trinity Force as well on Volibear, but I decided this game not to, because I just wanted to be more tanky. It's like I will look at it a little bit now and then, but it's like nah. It's like I want to be more tanky for my team. It's like to have that beefy front line that they have to deal with. It's like I want it to become something that you can't ignore. So of course the Trinity Force would help in terms of damage, but I just want to tank for ages. Just purely because of team comp. And plus building super tanky on Volibear works as in terms of DPSing, because you have your W for the health based damage. Tryndamere dies again. It's like, to be honest, like the Tryndamere just deserves it. It's like if you're Salt Lord 9000 and you're playing Tryndamere, then in my opinion you deserve to get completely shit on. So yeah, I want to take the buff and manage to not smite it. And he's just flashing away. She still has enough range to bind me. Poppy comes in for the save, knocks away. Oh no, knocks away nothing. Yeah, that passive just healed me back to half HP. So here, I see that we have to fight because Poppy gets caught. Or well, not caught, she just gets taken. So here I go for Rammus, even though I should have sort of helped her, but I'm like shit. She doesn't have the damage again to kill me because all her abilities are on cooldown again. The Zia goes in. And she gets close to me again. And I'm like, need to kill her. And I managed to get her with the hoist. It's a bit risky frisky, but I managed to kill her. I knew she would turn around as well on me. So that's why I went there in the first place. That was a bit fortunate that LeBlanc is like one of those champs that does a lot of damage, but if you don't die from it a lot of damage, then she's pretty much standing there like, okay, yeah, now what am I supposed to do now, because I don't have any cooldowns. Which is good, because else she would be fucked up OP if she could do that burst really quickly in succession. So Poppy's going deep again. It's like I'm looking at the Baron again, looking at items again of people. To make sure that everything. I don't know, I just like to look at people's items, see what they're doing. Kill in the mid lane. It's like while they're brawling there and keeping them busy, I'm just fighting here. LeBlanc scores a kill on my squishy. It's like they changed that. It's like I keep coming back to that biome because they changed it to make it narrower, but I don't really feel like you can miss it that easily. So if you know how to play the champion, then it's like not even that good. It's like it's quite easy to hit, in my opinion. But and then you have like the super range on him, which is longer than the flash range. So well, it's like I can't complain too much. But it's like if you're a squishy, then that can be so fucking annoying for you, because it's like you flash away to get out of it, and then you still get binded, and then you get insta gib because you have no HP to deal with it. So here I'm gonna go for the stairs gauge, just because I know that LeBlanc is gonna burst me, and she's gonna burst me hard, because I'm not don't have that much magic resist, but she's gonna burst hard anyway. So I might as well have that, so I can tank even more, and then do more damage, obviously. So yeah, I'm like, fuck you, Tryndamere. I'm gonna go and get you. Smite him for the slow. E him for another slow. Then bite him. Chase him. That's what I mean, the one-dimensional, just walking one straight line all the time. And here he flashed, and then I'm like, okay, now it's enough, because I don't want to get baited into the rest of his team. It's like I can only see like the bot lane, 3 people. Which means that LeBlanc could have been there and killed, and scored a kill. She's now in the mid lane. Probably after trying to see if I would go top. Nice, they're recalling for no reason. Going to the bot lane again, because Poppy is going to kill some people. Find Rammus along the way. Hoist him into Azir. Eat him, smite him. So I should have left the kill to Azir, to be honest. Azir fails his ult. There we just keep on chasing and he managed to get the right one. It's kind of interesting, I didn't expect the clone to be that far ahead. Expected her to be like expected her to be the front one and the clone to be the back one, but apparently she was the back one, so a nice kill for Azir. So Azir is getting pretty much back into the game now, becoming powerful as well. Picking out the top lane because Tryndamere is being the asshat. Get my yo and fist. Going back towards the top lane again. Mainly with the intention to kill Tryndamere again, but Tryndamere is being wise for once and not sitting there in the top lane. So this is where the frustration actually really sets in, because if you look at it, it's like we're getting ahead properly now, and we get some way on the maps. Like we like pretty much own the dragon pit. Like we can do whatever we want on it on the map, but it's like we're getting nowhere. We're not getting those skills that we need to properly push. So it's getting a bit frustrating. Tryndamere is just fucking around the top lane all the time, like keeping me there. So yeah, I'm gonna go in and help my team. Really nice flash, I think it was a flash, but I'm not sure, but really nice ult anyway. So he picks up 2 kills. I chase Tryndamere. I smite him, but then for some reason my character stops moving. So here I just flash into Tryndamere because I want him dead so we can push. LeBlanc sadly takes out the Azir. So keep going in. LeBlanc flashes. Managed to get the proper one because she went in for the kill. Kill her. Poppy comes in, so just keep trading. Smite him to make sure that he stays close. Hoist him back. So I actually tried to hoist him into Poppy's queue. Just pop my ultimate just to be sure that he dies quicker. So here I want to do something, but it's like we can't do anything because it's just all our lanes are not pushed up enough for me to do anything about it before champions come there to defend it. So it's like sure we got like quite a few kills there, but we couldn't get any objectives out of it. And that was a bit frustrating, to be honest. Here I accidentally undo the buy, whereas I wanted to sell the wood. So I switched from boots to magic resist. Just against that LeBlanc, and I don't need the mobility anymore to gank my lanes. It's like I'm quick enough without the mobility boots. Poppy goes deep, gets the kill with the passive. Which is nice, but then she gets piled completely by the rest of the team, which you kinda can expect when you go that greedy. But that doesn't matter, head kill. So yeah, I see that people are brawling in the mid lane, so I'm on my way to help them. Or I was on my way. I thought I was going to my way, but then I noticed that it wasn't needed anymore because she was gonna die anyway, and I saw Tryndamere being an asshole up top. That's what I mean. It's like he's constantly sitting there up top, like pushing. And here I damage him so much. Just trying to get into range for that nom. But it's the basic attack. Like this is getting so frustrating for me now at the moment. It's like sure he died 12 times, but he's still so annoying. It's like I could build a Tormil against Tsunami to make him completely worthless against me, but I need to worry more about that LeBlanc. So I can't just like get an item for just Tsunami. So here we are going for the dragon. LeBlanc has to kill the mid lane again. I get spoopied, but we still opt to do it. They miss. They are too early with everything, so I pick it up safely with my W. So what you can always do is like the burst damage that you can sometimes do with like a Lee Sin by Q smiting. You can do that with Volibear to you W smite. So Tsunami is being an asshole up top again, so I just come for him again. I'm like, you're not gonna push today. So I just go back in the base and cry in the base. This is probably why he got so salty, because I was focusing so much, because I really, really didn't want to get backdoor, because it's so annoying when he gets to that inhibitor and opens it up. And he is unlucky that he walks into a trap. And I disrespect him with a smite. It's like I didn't even need to pop my ultimate there, but I got so annoyed at the Tsunami just doing that all the time, just sitting at the top lane being an asshole. Which keeps me busy quite well. Should have eaten earlier there so I could slow Azrael. But I didn't. So yeah, at this point it's just getting that. It's like I'm just going for my last item, it's just gonna be a Warmog. Feathered regen out of combat. But yeah, essentially I just built HP tank with some armor and some magic resist, but mainly HP. Because it's like my W scales with that, so, and like the passive he is a lot. It's just so nice. Like health works so well on Volibear because you get damage from it, plus the beefiness of obviously. And there's no one on that team has like percentage damage that I'm worried about, that I have to worry about. So it's like I can just stack health for days. So I'm hoisting around myself of Caitlyn. You never need to go. It's gonna get guided for days if you don't watch out. It's better to play a bit on the safe side and keep our lead. And here, Caitlyn gets almost caught out by Blitzcrank. Oh, it's only Blitzcrank. And then see Azrael being low, so I'm like, let's go. And then this is the weirdest thing ever. I have no clue what happened there. So apparently, for looking at the replay now, I lift him up, which makes him come back all the way to where I am, and he gets killed by the second explosion of the Poppy Q. That's like so weird. It's like if I was at Azrael, I'd be a bit salty to be honest, but yeah. It's like this shit happens with mobility spells. So you can't complain either how it works against the cheeky fucking Tryndamere. That 5 seconds of not being able to die is so annoying. But he has to go to my stairs cage as well. I have my team with me, so everything was cool. Yeah, it's so annoying, that's Tryndamere. It's just being annoying as fuck. But yeah, it's like Azrael can't complain too much about his mobility because he has really cheap mini flash all the time, and you know what happens when Blitzcrank hooks him when he leaves. He doesn't get pulled at all, he just stays on the spot. So sometimes you get fucked when you use that ability, so here you just go for LeBlanc. I feel like I don't really have that much to fear from her. She goes over the wall, she goes back, Poppy's there, she tries to go for the wall, Poppy knocks her back, she flashes. Now I'm essentially just like seeing where she's going and waiting. And then Sona gets the kill. It's like exactly that. It's like you just wait around where she might be going, because like 9 out of 10 the LeBlancs do this. They W away, and then when you chase them, they W back to the spot and go like, oh, I juked you. It's like I've had it happen so many times to me that I really try to avoid it. Just the way it's like if you see a LeBlanc and she's trying to run away. It's like the best tip I can give you, really watch where she was and if she used a W or ultimate W. Because you really need to they will 9 out of 10 times go back to it. It's like they will go into a bush or something and then try to juke you by Wing back to where they are. So here I'm just going for Trinity again. It's like, zero fucks given. I just got so tired of the guy that I just kept on, like, every time I saw him I was essentially like kill the Tryndamere. He's actually doing quite a lot of damage now. But I still got that sexy health regen and my teammates to help me. Yeah, for some reason I was like, hey, let's go to Bear, and then I'm like, hey, wait, why? No one on my team is here to help me, so why the fuck am I even bothering with it? Now he's farming up Dust mid lane, pushing it into the towers. Because I just want to have stuff pushed now, because we still, as you can see, it's like we're going really well on the kill department, but on the pushing department we're getting nowhere, because they still have like all their inner turrets left. It's like you really need to crack that base. Because now like 36 mins in and all their outer towers, inner towers are still up. With so many kills, we should have already had one. At least, and like at least an inhibitor turret. But like it's just, we like really never had killed the right people, or the people who could push on our team were dead after those fights. So we never really could get anywhere. It's my friend talking to me, like talking about how he was spectating me, how that Ezreal got like hoisted back. So here I'm just trying to force something. It's like I really want to get something done. Because I'm getting annoyed at Tryndamere, and I'm getting annoyed that we're getting nowhere. To pull it out a little bit so they can't. So if they want to steal it, they have to go in to steal it like that. And I actually lose the dragon to LeBlanc. But we kill LeBlanc. It's like I think I smited her or something, but I fucked up it anyway. It's like it doesn't really matter, I fucked up. So now we actually got 2 kills. And now we have a lot of people alive, so it's just like, just go. It's like I just flash for Blitzcrank, I just want to have people dead so they can't defend. Smite him, exhaust him, W, or slow with my E and then W him. Poppy goes back to defend against Tryndamere. And I just tank up the tower with this here. So with that Sona there I can easily just keep on tanking it. So now we finally got the kills we needed. And Poppy managed to kill Tryndamere, so now we can just free push because the last person that's alive is like Ezreal, and it's like I'm totally not worried about him. It's like what's he gonna do? Actually my stairs gauge popped there on the tower. Sucks. Because that means it's gonna go on the cooldown. So now just go, we take that thing. And we should have plenty of time to do the Baron after it. So we could try and push more, but it's enough, and like LeBlanc is probably gonna be back in time before we can kill the inhibitor towers. Because the inhibitor towers actually clear minions really effectively when there's only one lane coming in, so it wasn't really worth it. So now we're gonna get that Baron. Teleport back really quickly to get a potion and upgrade my boots. So here I opt for the captain boots, which I've actually been liking to do recently. It's because it means that people who want to engage with you can follow you, because you're essentially with Volibear always in front. And if they want to get back to you because they went deep, then they can run back a little bit faster to you. So it's just a really nice thing, especially when you're frontline. You get like the beacon of mobility speed then. Here you get Eat, but I walk away, so I don't get binded. Get Spoopy ghosted. Not really worried about it. Just waiting for the rest of the team to show up whilst shoving in the mid lane. I see a castle help and just waiting here for people to show up. Was trying to pop that E. I was actually waiting for LeBlanc to come in on our carry, on our AD carry, but Poppy went in. Get a nice easy kill on Blitzcrank. Easy kill on him. I used my locked the Iron Solar to keep Caitlyn safe. Caitlyn gets to kill LeBlanc, who actually, as you saw, W'd back again to try and juke. But yeah, basic attacks OP from right click jump, from the auto attacks. So here we just finish it out now. Now it's just finishing out. They lost 3 people. They lost their front line. So it's GG. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this Volibear game. And as you could see, even though I was lucky sometimes, perfect KDA. Just the way we like it. So I hope you liked this video. And It would be really appreciated if you leave a like and a comment. So talk to you later, guys.